It's a Maino Project special report. They called him the Doughboy, a lovable boxer from Green Bay with a Rocky Balboa type of opportunity. Tonight, John Maino introduces us to the Doughboy and how he was thrust into the spotlight. It's a story you'll see only on NBC 26.
Oh, how time does fly. Can you believe it's been 20 years since a charismatic young boxer from Green Bay had a Rocky Balboa type of moment? At the last minute, Tim the Doughboy Tomaszek canceled his trip to a Packer tailgate party and flew to Kansas City to fill in for a heavyweight championship bout against Tommy Morrison. Like Rocky, the champ kept the title, but the Doughboy came away with a legendary status that lives on. Tim Tomaszek won a bronze medal at the Junior Olympics. He traded punches in the ring with George Foreman, fought highly ranked contenders around the world. But not every trip inside the ropes led to a big payday.
What was the biggest paycheck?
Oh, they all 40 grand.
What was the least?
We fought for beers one time after in a bar in South Dakota.
But then that 1 in a million shot, worldwide TV for a chance at the title. If only he had remembered to wash his gear.
Pete goes, "Go back to the hotel, the guy took off." And all of a sudden, I go back and look in the bag, thank goodness I put the cup in and stuff. I look in there, I remember they're all bloody from the fight before. I'd never watched. The reason I lasted as long as I did is I think he got a little sick smelling me, you know, with all that stuff.
He did put up a fight for 4 rounds, right up until his eyes were basically swollen shut.
You know, like I said, I'm a thinker.
Okay.
So then, now my own thing is to possibly outlast them, you know?
Despite the loss, it was the Doughboy who was thrust into the spotlight.
You wouldn't believe the calls, the people, and then that Letterman deal, and oh, geez.
Tim, the Doughboy Tomaszek. Tim, come on out here. You are a professional fighter.
Yes, sir.
Well, what is your record?
35-11.
35-11? That's
Yes.
not too bad, is it?
It's not too good either.
How big of an impact did he make? An encore the next day.
One word jeepers, and I'm going to have to take away a point. There you go, 11. He said the word jeepers was said 11 times on the show last night.
His last appearance, 1995, Riverside Ballroom in Green Bay. It was time to call it quits.
The hardest thing, though, was listening to my parents cry, you know, after. Why do you get cut and stuff like this? You're old. Get a job, you know.
20 years since that night in Kansas City, but a legion of fans around the world who still remember that performance and all that went along with it.
I used to get letters, you know, from people, Germany, all over that see me fight, you know, over there.
A lot of women said they saw you fight.
Ain't one to brag, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I'm still single. Nice.
The Doughboy's overall pro record, an impressive 52 wins and 12 losses. These days, he works at Georgia Pacific, where he says the paychecks are steady and his face doesn't hurt nearly as much after a day's work. Maino, NBC 26.
I think he could also be a comedian. Maino, always looking for interesting story ideas. It's why we created the Maino Project. Have a great story you think Maino should tackle? Just email your idea to mainoproject@nbc26.com.